Kevin Garnett dedicated his entire career to being one of the best power forwards the NBA has ever seen. While securing multi-million-dollar contracts with several teams, the NBA champ has also made headlines for his love life, including his disastrous marriage to a woman named Brandi Padilla. Don't forget, you can gain access to this audio and one unreleased super messy video per month on the RRG Patreon. Details are in the description box. Now, let's get into today's video. During his senior year of high school, Kevin Garnett failed to score high enough on the SAT and ACT tests to play college basketball. After numerous failed tests, he decided to try his luck by entering the 1995 NBA draft. The day of the draft, Kevin and all the important people in his life, including his girlfriend, Corliss Strong, were getting ready in a hotel room. As Corliss adjusted his tie, the phone rang. It was Kevin's high school basketball coach who told him that he had some news to share. Kevin had passed his last SAT test with a combined score of 970. Kevin responded, "Well, it's too late now." They left the hotel and headed to the Sky Dome in Toronto where the draft was taking place. Kevin was selected as the 5th overall pick by the Minnesota Timberwolves. He was the first player in 20 years to go from high school straight to the pros. At just 19 years old, he stood 6 feet 11 inches tall and wowed the league with his quickness, his intensity, and his eagerness to learn, adapt, and challenge himself in all areas of the game. Kevin's life changed immediately. He went from making $100 a week at Burger King to making a little over $5 million with a 3-year contract. According to the New York Times, he bought himself a Toyota Land Cruiser so he could get around during the brutal Minnesota winters, and a brand new Lexus. He still wore the casual clothes from his high school days, but he splurged on a gold chain with the peace sign on it. While on the court, he would wear a single rubber band around his wrist for good luck. He moved into a 3-bedroom luxury condominium in a suburb of Minneapolis with a longtime friend. Shortly before Thanksgiving 1995, Kevin crossed paths with music producer and Minneapolis native Jimmy Jam Harris. They ended up talking an entire hour, and Jimmy was immediately impressed by their conversation. Jimmy told the LA Times another Timberwolves player asked him what he needed to do to get paid, while Kevin asked him, "What do I need to do in the community? What expectations do people have of me?" Their conversation sparked up a friendship that would also change Kevin's life in the most interesting way. We'll get into that in a bit. Kevin's girlfriend, Corliss, would travel occasionally from Chicago to Minnesota to visit him. But during a November 1995 interview with the Chicago Tribune, it was clear Kevin's attention was on other things. He said, "I like playing video games, going to the mall, and checking out honeys, even though I've got a girlfriend." Jimmy Jam brought his wife Lisa to a 1996 matchup of the Timberwolves against the New York Knicks. They also brought along Lisa's sister, Brandi. The LA Times reports Kevin caught a glimpse of Brandi during the game and was so distracted by her beauty, he accidentally threw the ball out of bounds. After the game, Kevin reportedly began calling everyone, including Jimmy Jam's music partner, Terry Lewis, to find out more about Brandi. Kevin discovered Brandi was staying at Jimmy Jam's house for a while, so he kept calling their home over and over until he was finally able to meet her. It's unclear if he was still with his high school girlfriend, Corliss, but one thing's for certain, Kevin was all about Brandi from that point on. In January 2004, almost 8 years after they first met, Kevin proposed, and Brandi said yes. Even though Kevin was supposed to compete in the 2004 Athens Olympic Games, he skipped the event just so he could marry Brandi. Brandi signed a prenup, and they exchanged vows during a summer wedding ceremony in California. Kevin's career took him from the Timberwolves to the Boston Celtics, and in April 2008, he missed 2 team practices. It was later revealed he took the time off to be present for the birth of their first child, a baby girl named Capri. 2 months later, a gossip website blew the lid off Kevin and Brandi's seemingly happy marriage. The website stated Kevin had been cheating on Brandi with a former Timberwolves cheerleader named Chrissy Freiberg. The website even leaked pictures of Kevin and Chrissy and claimed their affair had been going on for 4 years. Things got worse from there. The Ricky Smiley Morning Show reported Kevin bought Chrissy season tickets, and as Chrissy was walking out of the special exit of the venue, she came face to face with Brandi. It was reported that a slight altercation ensued. The fact that Brandi recognized Chrissy as someone her husband was allegedly messing around with led many to believe Brandi was well aware of her husband's affair. And 3 years later, more rumors emerged about Kevin cheating. This time, it was with an Instagram model named Mariah. Kevin left Boston to join the Brooklyn Nets, and even though more allegations about him stepping out on Brandi continued to flood the internet, the couple expanded their family by welcoming their daughter Cavalli in 2013. That same year, Hollywood Street King posted a photo of Kevin on an outing in Toronto with an aspiring model named Annie Silvestri. Annie reportedly worked at a Toronto nightclub, and that's where she and Kevin allegedly first met. An insider told Hollywood Street King, Kevin Garnett flew out to Toronto 2 days ago to trick on Annie. The insider also added Kevin took the woman shopping in broad daylight, and he obviously didn't care if anyone recognized him. Kevin went back to the Timberwolves in 2015 and announced his retirement in 2016 after playing 21 seasons. League officials have warned about the 87% divorce rate among retired players, and sadly, Kevin and Brandi became part of that statistic. In July 2018, after 14 years of marriage, Brandi filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. According to her divorce petition, she wanted physical custody of their daughters. She also requested spousal support. From there, things really began to crumble for Kevin. In September 2018, he filed a suit against his accounting firm, alleging they helped a wealth manager steal $77 million from him. But on the bright side, Kevin had reportedly moved on and was happy with his new girlfriend, a woman named Erica. According to a March 2019 article from Therese Owens' website, Kevin and his new girlfriend were expecting a baby. We can't say for sure if Kevin is the father, but Erica named her baby girl Camila Garnett. Apparently, things weren't that serious between the two of them, because in December 2018, Kevin hit up Miami Art Week with a woman who goes by the name of Kristen Live. With his divorce still being hammered out with Brandi, he was pulled back into court in June 2019. Brandi asked the court to toss out the prenup she had signed 14 years prior. According to court docs obtained by The Blast, their prenup was drafted in a way that would give Kevin everything and would leave Brandi with a payment of $500,000 or $1 million. Brandi also claimed Kevin was supposed to fund a joint account that was to be worth $12 million and she would receive half of it if they ever parted ways. Brandi said the account had nearly nothing in it when they separated, and she believed because he didn't honor that promise, he breached the terms of their prenuptial agreement. While the court sorted out all the details, Kevin was ordered to pay Brandi a total of $100,000 per month to cover both spousal and child support. In August 2019, Brandi went back to court to ask Kevin to pay all of her attorney's fees, which totaled $425,000. Kevin celebrated his 43rd birthday with his girlfriend Kristen in May 2019 by jetting off to Bermuda and renting a yacht for the two of them. By June 2020, he was posting photos of Kristen on his Instagram story. It seemed as if things were getting serious between them, although we can't confirm if they're still together as of this video. As for Brandi and Kevin, their divorce still hasn't been finalized, but we wish them both nothing but the best. Let us know your thoughts on Kevin and Brandi's marriage. And thanks for watching Real Reality Gossip.